What is going on, guys? Today we have got another screamer, and it's gonna be Scream Payet, the magician, the French cam, the Marseille king, Payet 86 rated. So, looking at this team, you may think, what are you doing? There's no way you can review a guy like this in this team. And you are correct. So I got a couple of games in. What I was trying to do is trying to kill two birds with one stone and actually do the Ligue 1 icon swaps. So I thought, you know what, these are my untradables. Ligue 1 isn't that impressive for my untradables list, or at least first owner. So I thought, you know what, I'll buy a couple of players. We'll see how we go. I'll sub on Aurora and see, can we get a victory as such. Well, that didn't go out too well. So I ended up, I think, losing two straight out the bat. Very close, actually. Not actually as destroying as you'd think. Both teams had Rashford, more like a Prem team. So I thought, you know what, screw this. I want to do the Payet review. Ligue 1 can wait. We'll pack someone beast. We'll get it done. It's not a problem. We've got 15 days left. So I changed the team up. I basically went full French team. I kept Ruffier in net. I put Theo Hernandez in. I put... who was my right back? He was French as well. Malcut, is it, or something like that? The guy from Napoli, a French right back, very pacey. Quite happy with him. I put Dembele on the right wing. We put Lacazette up front. We kept Alonso as left back, and we did put next to him Zuma, but we did sub him out for Ramos eventually, just to get that full chem, that full French feel, apart from Alonso. And then we put in central mid, in centre mid, we put Scream Ndombele. And actually, Ndombele, I've not used him at all. We did the Scream, and I'm actually really impressed with him. But anyway, or actually, to start with Payet, we've kind of talked about everyone else but Payet so far, but he's going for what, 105k-ish on the Xbox and about 100k on the PlayStation. It's actually not a bad card. I was thinking, you know what, we see, like the Squad Builder Challenge, you've got Draxler, that's currently going for around about 200 to do it. Obviously, you do get packs back with that one as well. Personally, Payet is the better overall for me, I would say. Draxler's probably going to be cheaper in the long run just because of the packs you do get back. Jumbo Premium Gold, Small Rare Gold, and a Premium Mixed Player. So, it depends on who you get. If you get absolutely trash in every single one, then Payet is the better option. But if you do pack someone good, Draxler obviously is better for your money. But obviously, Payet is the more safer option, not risking packs, and actually can sell him if you haven't got him untradeable. Like I say, I was very impressed with him. I thought, you know what, it's probably not going to be great. His overall is an 81 normally. He's been given a 14 pace upgrade, a 3 shooting upgrade, 2 passing, 3 dribbling, 2 defending, and 15 physical. And actually, the card's solid. The card is actually solid. And I'm really, really liking using these different players and realising that it's not all about the same sort of team this year. Obviously, if you've got God squads, there's only one squad that really you can use. Like, there's one squad that is just insane. You've got the Messis, the Mbappes, the Neymars, Hullets, all of the legends. But when you come down a tier and you come in between the good and the God, if you go in that middle, there's a lot of room for wiggle room, basically. You've got formations, custom tactics, but now I think players are actually better. Normally, in the last FIFA, you'd have a certain element that you'd need. You'd need tall players, tall and fast, and there's only a few of them. Now the meta is kind of pacey, dribbling, passing kind of movement. There's a lot of players, and the smaller players, like Payet's 5'9", are coming through. Insigne was absolutely insane. Mertens is another one. There's so many options, and I like that because it just means that it's not all the exact same team. Even though you do come up against a few of the regulars, Rashford seems to be one of them. Martial is kind of dying out, but is another one. Dembele, great right wing. Sissoko, you get my drift. But anyway, Payet. 4-star. Like I say, he is 5'9", right-footed, with a low defensive and high attacking. So the perfect work rates, really, and a really good weak foot and skill moves. So on the basic information, I'm really happy with this card already. He's obviously got 85 pace with that massive upgrade from his 81, which is absolutely fantastic. Only 80 shooting to start with, but obviously chem styles, all of that good stuff. 84 passing as well as dribbling, and 82 physical. Jumping wise, don't expect this guy to head. to be honest, we don't really need to head in this game anyway, apart from maybe when you loft the ball up from the goalkeeper, unless if you pass it. Personally, I like to just whack it up there, because risking the pass, half the time I end up making a mistake and they come and get me anyway. But he's got 88 strength, which is fantastic for a small player, and I did notice that quite a lot. He's really good at shielding that ball off and drawing the fouls. So that is always a nice element if you like your free kicks. This guy will, if you just use the shield and contain option, really good at drawing them fouls if someone's lunging in. Stamina wise, 85, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Pace wise, I thought he was definitely good enough. I personally wouldn't need to put extra extra pace on him. I think he was fine going up and down. He did tend to come down a little bit and carry the ball, which is always nice if you're on like a deep defend. So like if they're really high in your box, he will tend to try and drift depending on how long you've not got the ball back for. But he does pick it up, and he's really good on the ball, which is always nice. Agility wise and reactions aren't the greatest. I didn't see too much of an issue with them. The agility is one that I'm thinking you can probably bypass, to be honest. He's got 82 balance. I thought he was good on the ball. I didn't notice him getting knocked around too much. And composure's 81. Again, that one could do with a little bit of an upgrade. And it all depends. What are you going with this card? Do you want to go with the sniper and get his dribbling up? That would personally get his shooting up to 88 and his dribbling up to 92, giving him 86 composure and 89 agility. That for me is an absolute standout right there. Or if you're not looking for that dribbling type of player and maybe you want more of an assist king, you could go with Deadeye. That gives him again 90 shooting and 91 passing. Personally for me, I tried Deadeye to start with and then I moved over to Sniper, and personally I much preferred Sniper. I felt like it was just, it gave him that little bit more room. He was really good on the ball anyway, but it just magnified that little bit extra. And as I say, he's not very good at heading. He bangs in that cheeky back post header. Personally, I've never scored off someone passing it, like heading it over and then getting the backhead pass as well. So that was just phenomenal. It was just a big quick moment right there, and he just managed to head it. But like I say, playmaker, assister, really good at all of that. I think the only things that I don't really like about him was on his base card, his finishing wasn't good enough. That 100% needs to have a chem style on it. His agility, again, maybe not too much of an issue, but you could do with it being that little bit higher, hence me recommending Sniper. And then his heading, which, to be honest, in this game, it isn't a big loss. You see there again, look at that. It's just phenomenal play from him. Really nice play throughout, and he did it constantly. And again, another very consistent player that I'm really happy with. So overall, I'm just absolutely buzzing over these players. Player reviews are so much more enjoyable when the players are actually good. I hated it last year. One, for the gameplay weren't amazing. This year it's better. It's still got work, but it's better. And the fact that I can play with so many different players and not rage out constantly. So I'm really happy with doing these. Hopefully you do enjoy these as well. If you want to slap that like button right now and subscribe, that would always mean amazing to me. And we're nearly at that 4K mark, 150 to go as of recording this video. But overall, for Payet, personally, I do think he's better than Havertz this year. Havertz, for me, I liked his inform. I think his inform is actually class. But his normal card really didn't do much for me. Brandt, on the other hand, is not a bad OP 84 rated player. Personally, I do think 88 Royce is better than him. He just has that little bit extra that I think, obviously, being a higher rating and a more meta player in this game would be the case. 105k, which is what I've obviously said. Personally, I think that's a great price. You could get it cheaper. I think he will go cheaper before the end of Friday, especially in rewards, normally around about 9 to 10 o'clock, straight away after rewards. Definitely stay tuned for that, because that'll be something that you want to watch out for. They will be going cheap, and if you can pick yourself up one, and then obviously they go out of packs, you're laughing really. Then I'm giving him a 6 out of 10 for FUT Champs. And like I say, I like a lot of these players and I do like playing with them, but a lot of them are not FUT Champs worthy. So always make the difference. Rivals, squad battles if you really want, and then other game modes, they're decent for. FUT Champs is that competitive mode that you need to have your best team. If you have any doubt that you got someone better, you've got to play him. And that's the problem with FUT Champs. It's insanely competitive. Obviously, it happens every week, but the moment you start losing, that's when you've lost your head. And you don't want to do that when you've got a player like this who is decent, but you don't want to just go out and rage at him because he's maybe not as good as Royce or someone else that you could have bought. So I personally like him in Rivals. But for FUT Champs, I just don't think he cuts too much compared to some of the players that obviously I've been using there. For instance, like Firmino is absolute class in that cam role. And then in overall, I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. Hopefully we do see an incredible turnaround for him. And then we see some really good informs coming up soon. And apart from that, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe down below. That's always love. Absolutely incredible support. Can't ask you for any more. Been incredible. Comment what you think about this screen promo and what you think about Payet as well. And apart from that, I'll see you all for the next one. Peace!